Well, currently I'm working on this commission, but I've also recently finished this commission right here. So this is a recent commission for Takum. Nice to see, and I managed to get a nice wind blowing idle animation. It's a 92 high pixel animation. I believe it's also a yeah, it's like 92 by 92 roughly. How large is it? Oh shit! I'm on the dot. Hell yeah! Oh yeah! Thanks for commissioning me, Tekken, and yeah, everyone else who's been commissioning me. This was actually a surprisingly tough commission to tackle because I think I haven't really done. I mean, I did do the Jungle Cat before, but I'd say something that I hadn't done is I hadn't done breathing animations. So I like took things step by step and made breathing. Oh, I reworked that. And I had a mustache pull. I had previous version where I had the mustache pull normal, but kind of put it all into idle. Oh yeah, things have been pretty decent with that. And you know what? I should probably explain how I use how I made the hair and cape animation, because it's kind of interesting. Now, let me see if I can't find that as well. So, to get the cloth animations going, I used a program called Fluid Effects. And let me see if I can't find it. Right. Fluid Effects. Like an app, and it's not. It's not a shortcut at the moment because it's kind of one of those programs where I use very situationally. So actually, I didn't use Fluid Effects. I used Juice Effects. So let me see if I can't show that off. Get that open, and let me drag you on the screen here. And hopefully you can see all that. And this is basically Fluid Effects. It's a simple animation. I don't know if it's an animation engine, but it's sort of a engine for. Oh, doesn't full screen here. That's strange. But I'll just work off of that. But yeah, I mostly just use that to get tail animations done. Let me see if I can't open. Open. Come on. Yeah, I may have made the I made a separate cape animation. That's strange. But, I'll just work off of this. But did a lot of stuff with the hair stuff. And the hair, I actually reworked it when I actually initially imported it. But for now, I'll kind of just explain a little bit of the functions of, juice effects here. So, the way I use juice effects is I can import a singular sprite image. So, say, you know what? Let's bring in something like probably something that's not normally movable, but now you can actually jiggle it here. Let's see. Do I have any flag pixel art? No. Oh yeah, I was looking at some pixel stock art. That would be my flags. Good. What would be good? Ugh. Without it, we'll use the gradients. We'll bring a gradient here, hide you. And we'll kind of just start from the top, where you basically import a basic image. You know, this is a still image, just of my pixel dither experiments I just have. Okay, so I need a background and stuff. And I can, it's basically a node-based system where you can just add nodes if you use other 3D modeling software, or you can use the, you know, different texturing software. It kind of goes like that. So I use basically the wave modifier right here, and this is this animation, and basically you can adjust these sliders so it can do a lot of waves, it can do a lot of horizontal waves, a lot of vertical waves, heavy distortion, make the waves be, you know, distorted enough, high verticality. That's not really showing it as well, but let's see. Maybe let's just crank it to the max so you can just see it for maximum effect. Able to basically futz around with most of the vertical waves. I do that. I reduce it, that's how the distortion looks. That's actually a cool effect. Now, I don't play with it as much, but I work with it when it comes to... I worked with it when it came to making the cloth animations. I was struggling with the cloth animations. Ooh, good. A bit of... I was messing around with horizontal and working off of it. And kind of just experimenting with what are basically particle effects. And then once I do that, there, I will render it as a, you know, an actual GIF file or a series of PNGs. And you can even set up to do a lot of frame skips, which is what I did for getting the cape to look more convincing, or at least more within my animation style. I can do that, export them as a sprite sheet or GIF. I personally recommend you export them as PNG files because then you can re-import the cape files as actual I can re-import them as actual black. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you can re-import the code flaps, have them in P. Then you can just drag and drop this into a sprite. It'll automatically notice that your images are in a certain sequence. So, of course, you click agree, and you actually have the working sprite right here. Now, it's nice and smooth, it works pretty decent. And, of course, I copy the layer, copy, and paste it to a layer here, and it's playing totally fine right here. And I'll do things like duplicate the frames so they actually fit. It actually fits the frame. And one cool thing that I also just spontaneously learned about Aseprite is that when you select a layer, you can set up your effects on the layer so that you can just put the outline on every thing of the layer here, like every frame, so you don't have to meticulously go to every frame of the animation. It just hits the entire thing, which is gonna be real convenient for me now that I did this. That's been real nice. I learned a lot with making this animation specifically, because, yeah, again, I was struggling with this cloth, but I managed to figure out something that could actually work pretty well. So, I have a new, I guess, skill in my belt. So yeah, it's one of those things where, as I do these commissions, I end up realizing, oh, I can learn new skills by just doing it, and that's another little benefit when it comes to doing commissions. Like, just because you're doing commissions doesn't mean that you're not free to experiment. So if you feel like you're kind of like getting into a routine, maybe try like something different in the in your commission to experiment, because your commissioner will love that. They'll notice like the effort you're putting in, and of course they'll tell your friends, and that leads to more commissions. It's kind of a a halo effect, or probably a snowball effect, where everything kind of like builds and builds more as you do. So of course, there's plenty of stuff, and this has been pretty decent so far. But yeah, I'd say right now it's time to get some, significant, get some actual commissions done. I have roughly 2 commissions, so I'll just get to those soon. So, one commission that I'm currently working on that still needs to get done is another full body commission. So